Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you, getting into week 3 of my weekly check-in for the month of October. So yeah, lots still happening. I've been busy this week, so I'm trying to get all these videos up and hopefully I get them up in time. It's the end of the month, so be prepared for a lot of videos because I'm going to do this weekly check-in, and then Halloween is next week, and with Halloween is also the weekly check-in close out end of the month video where I just close all the budget out, see what's left in the checking account and balance forward or make a payment to my credit card on what little debt we have on there right now. I'll get into that in just a second and move on to the next month. So I have not prepped for November. I usually already have it prepped by now, but 2 days this week I was babysitting all day long, and those are the days I normally would have had it done. So yeah, I'm a little behind, but hopefully I can get caught up this week. You'll get a lot of videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy each and every one of them. If you do, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I am growing this channel and would like to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you are someone who is getting into budgeting for the first time or new or anything like that, watching somebody else do their budget and how they make their decisions is a great way to get into budgeting for the first time. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment, and do all the things. Hit the notification bell. I would love to have you as part of the family, and have comments down below. That would be amazing. So here we go. Let's get started. I have all my transactions written down here on these little stickers. They're color-coded: grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gas, copay, and unbudgeted. I cut my own stickers for my notebook. I have an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner, and then I use the notes pages to fill it up with how I want to do my budget. I assume I'm going to be doing this next year like I've been doing it, but I'm not sure. And I've been looking around and thinking, is there other ways I would like to do my budget? Do you have other ways that you like to do the budget? Do you like to do it on a spreadsheet? Do you like to do it on an app on your phone? Do you like to, what kind of products do you use, or what kind of creative things do you use for yourself in your budgeting? I would love to hear about that. So yeah, this is how I'm doing it. I love doing it. I can't afford to buy stickers anymore from sticker shops, so I've just been cutting my own, and it's been working out pretty good. I've been keeping up with that. I actually already did November's. I'm really excited about that design for myself, so it's pretty cool, but I am ready to go ahead and dive into this. I have my notes here with all the different transactions. Hopefully I got everything down, and if not, I will correct that as we go. And we're just going to total up how much was spent for each category. Now they're broke down by each day because I like to see the trends on how much we're spending per day. If there's any no spends, this month is never a no spend month because my husband's birthday is this month, my birthday's this month. Usually we try to do a vacation or a weekend getaway or something like that with the family and just celebrate all month long. And as you can see, I bought Legos this month and things like that. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Now, I do believe I have already made the payment for this week. I will have to double check, but I think I have. And I have, so that's good. All this spending goes on my credit card, and then I pay it off once a week. We did go on vacation. I have not transferred the funds from my high yield savings to pay for the vacation. And because I pay so much onto the credit card and charge so much every month, I never have an interest charge on my bill. So as long as I can sit there without interest, I don't really consider it debt, even though it is debt. I just try to avoid the interest at all costs. The first time I have to pay interest, I will no longer use the credit card. So that is the goal and the plan. The first grocery item I have here is Meijer. It's our local grocery store that I like to go to. And this is actually a split receipt. I forgot to put that arrow there. And what I do if I buy multiple category items in the grocery store, especially one like a Walmart or even my Meijer that has clothes and shoes and underwear and all the things that are more than what a typical grocery store has, then I would, or like a Walmart marketplace, then I would split the receipt on miscellaneous, what I count as miscellaneous items and what I count as grocery items. So that's what I have here. The first one is $51.93. There we go. And those are just regular grocery: milk, toilet paper, just random things that we needed from the store that day. Now, I'll let you know what the actual miscellaneous stuff is once I get to that. Next thing I have is 1904 here at the grocery store. And then I also have 116.61. Okay, so I know what happened here. I got groceries. I'm always buying milk. I buy milk at least 3 times a week, a couple gallons at a time. I keep a minimum of 4 gallons in my fridge at all times. My family goes through it that fast. So with 4 adults and family members that really love milk, yeah, we go through it pretty quick. So I had a grocery pickup order. That was the 116.61 that I ordered the night before. And then on Tuesday, I was babysitting and I wanted to pick up some little pumpkins that we could paint, and I bought some paint. And so we did that activity, and then I bought a couple pumpkins and then a couple other things that I forgot to put on the grocery list that my family told me afterwards that needed to be picked up as well. So that's what I have here. I go to the grocery store pretty often. Now, some of the things from the grocery store actually come from Amazon. If Amazon has a better price on something than, let's say, supplements or trash bags or Ziploc bags, those are the common household items that I buy, I will order them on Amazon because it only takes a day or two later and it comes to the house. So that's not a big thing for me. So that's what happened here is I have these reoccurring supplements. I've cut back a lot of supplements I was taking that were not as necessary anymore, which is a good thing. First one is this 1268. And then that one, I think, is my magnesium. And then I have here 2382, which is my husband's prebiotic and probiotic. These are supplements that are highly absorbable and they really help. So we have that, and then $11. Can't remember exactly what that is without looking that up, but it was another supplement. And then I had 1268 or 1218. Wait a minute. There it is. 1218. And this supplement was like vitamin D3 K2. K2D3, I think it is. Something like that, along those lines. So it was a recommended supplement by my chiropractor. So I have all of those things. And the reason I don't total them up in one total, which I could do that, is because I use this in relation to my log, my tracking log I have in the back here with the same colors. And that helps me make sure I have this specific transaction and it matches my credit card statement. If I lump it together, I don't know what's together and how much each of them are separate. So I always keep it separated as much as possible and go from there. So that is what I have for grocery household. Let's go ahead and get my calculator here and total this up. All right, we spent $247.26. which is pretty good for a week. I average $200 to $300, so it just depends on whether we eat out more or we cook at home more, and what we need and what we're running out of, and the meat prices and the grocery prices and all the inflation things. So there's a lot of things happening here. Next thing I look at is my restaurants. So restaurants is in blue. I think I had a lighter blue. It's just the way my printer printed it this time. Papa John's, $31.52. That includes tip. My sons order that on Fridays. Panda Express. So this weekend, my father-in-law was in town, which is why there's more happening on the weekend. And we got Panda Express. We spent $32 for 3 adults. I got a bowl, and they got 2-portion plate, whatever that is. And then and then we had it round up to charity. That's why it was an even number. And then we have Sonny's barbecue. So I DoorDashed this. The pizza and Sonny's or B-Dub sometimes is DoorDashed. Pizza's always DoorDashed. The rest of it's sometimes DoorDashed as well. And mainly because my father-in-law really can't get out and go to restaurants easily. So we just don't do that. I just have it brought to the house. We're on the edge of the city limits, so we're in the county, and it's nice to have somebody able to deliver out this far. So $88.22, that included a good tip, was what we spent there. Then my husband was doing something at work, and he normally takes his lunch to work, but this day he stopped at McDonald's and got something to eat. So that was $10.58. And then I wanted to get Chick-fil-A for lunch or for dinner because we were making chili that night. I don't typically eat a lot of chili. I will eat it. I just wasn't in the mood to eating it. And since my husband ate out for lunch, I was going to eat out for dinner. And he was like, okay, whatever. But the chili we made was like 2 pounds of ground beef. And it was a lot of chili. So he had it for his lunch the whole week. And one of those purchases here, these larger ones, one of these here, I had a $20 thermos that was 16 ounces. It's silver. It's about this big, and you can put hot things in it, and it will stay hot for up to 9 hours. And he said, yeah, it does stay hotter than he expected for the time period that he had it. And then Tuesday, because I babysat all day, it was really hard. And, I'm not as young as I used to be. Taking care of a 4-year-old running around everywhere, but she's awesome and I love her, and I was a little tired and worn out, so we ordered B-dubs and had it delivered. Another DoorDash. It was $45.37. There we go. And that is what we spent in restaurants. Let's see what the total is. All right, we did $217.28. Okay, so next we have gasoline. There, is that right? No, miscellaneous. I was looking at the wrong thing. Miscellaneous. So we had the $61.97. I bought a little bit of Halloween decor for my Halloween table. So I do love Halloween, but I mostly love it to see the children and the creativity of how they dress up and things like that. And I love seeing the little kiddos and passing out candy and things like that. So I put up a little table. I have some nothing scary, more cartoonish, young children type of things. And I'm not into the big gore and scary stuff. So I will buy that fun stuff. I'll either play Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, or I'll play a Scooby-Doo or something on Disney Plus like Hocus Pocus. The second one, that one's a really good one. I like that one. I like it better than the first one. The first one was fun and cool and like nostalgic, but the second one was a really good movie. And then, or something else like that. I think one year I played The Muppets, had a Halloween thing on Disney Plus, so I played that. So I have a big TV. I just bring it out and play, and the kids love it, and they come and get their candy, and they're always welcome, so that's pretty cool. So $61.97, just buying a little Halloween decor stuff for my little table. And then the next thing I have is $30.72. So my husband ordered some ice packs and knee compression, not braces, but like they cloth that goes over your knee, but it compresses really good. I think they're Tommy Copper, and he says they feel really good because, many years walking on ships, climbing ladders, and all the things wore out his knees pretty good. So he's in a little bit of pain there, or he's in a lot of pain actually, and they help with that kind of pain and keep him stable and stuff like that. So let's total these two items up. $61.97 plus $30.72, and that gives us $92.69. Now, gasoline was $63.42 for the week, or for the next 2 weeks. And then I shouldn't have to get gas until, I might have to get gasoline here Wednesday or Thursday. I have enough in the checking account to do that, to cover it in that category, but I'm hoping to push it out till the 1st of next month. The next thing I have is, and the last thing I have is copay. So I went to the pharmacy and picked up my prescription. $2.97. It's either me or my son. I can't remember which. But somebody got prescription that day. Then I have the unbudgeted. So $236.33. Oh my. What did I get for that amount? I got it at Lego.com. Every year I buy Christmas Legos to add to my Lego collection that I started, I guess, about 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm looking for my photos so I can find this picture I took. Anyways, it's a Santa's Village kind of thing. This is like a bakery. I got a poinsettia. I got the candle with the wreath around it. And then I got these little ornaments to go with some other ornaments I got in the previous year. And I got this big one, Santa's Post Office. This is the one I really wanted. And so that's what I got from Lego.com. And that is that. My son's already started building a little bit of it. We're taking it, I don't know if we're taking out gifts or buffer the checking account, but we'll figure out which before the end of the month and how we're paying for it. I've already paid for it, so it's pretty much out of the buffer to checking account. But if I need that money back, I can take it out of gifts. It just depends on the rest of the gifts I'm going to be buying for Christmas. And so now's a good time to start thinking about that. Hopefully next month I will have like a gift tracker. I usually put one up every year and leave it up for a few months and then take it down. So yeah, I might design a new one though. So keep an eye out for that, and that will be in my description box below as that happens. And yes, I have not taken this fingernail polish off. I just meant to do that before I got on camera. But yeah, I'm just horrible at remembering those things. And the bad thing is my fingernail polish, remember, has fallen behind my dresser and it's very difficult to get back there. That's the biggest reason why I haven't done it. So I've been chipping away at these. Okay, the last two things I have are bills that went on the credit card. My husband's bill, USCCA, and then my Apple.com storage for my phone. So those are the last two things that we have here that went on the credit card. The rest of this is the weekly check-in. This is just to make sure I have the right amount paying back the credit card every week. So $39.17 plus $2.99, and then I have $42.16. There we go. Now we get to do the numbers. Let's get back to the calendar here. Oh no, we're going to get back here. So weekly check-in. Don't worry about the bills. The rest of this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of angle my notebook so I can write. It's very hard to write straight on. So let me get these numbers in. Okay, so I have everything written down. This is where we find out how much we spent and what we had in each category, and then how much do I have left for the rest of the month, which is 1 week. So I think we're going to be pretty good in that. And we're going to go ahead and total those numbers up now. So I had $848.36 as the total I had left for the month in grocery household. As you can see, we still have plenty of money in there. I budgeted high for this, even though I know I was going to go out of town. So whatever's left in this weekly check-in is going to pay off for some of what we had for out of town. And so it looks like we're going to have a pretty good amount left, I hope. I hope I don't over splurge, because I did just buy Halloween candy for Halloween, and I'm like, the candy has gotten outrageously expensive. Those big bags are not as good a deal as they were like 2 years ago. But I can't help it. I want to see the little ones. I want to pass out candy, you know. Anyway, enough about that. We're going to subtract the $247.26. That gives me $601.10, which I am good with. I think I'm going to have plenty left over at the end of the month so that I can add more of a payment to the credit card, and it'll cover a portion of what we spent on vacation, which is still sitting on the credit card. Next video should be my vacation spending video, and it'll tell you exactly what we spent, what category, and how much, and what we're doing from there. So there you go. Next, I have restaurants, $338.08 minus the $217.28, and that still leaves me $120. Oh, 80. There we go. I don't know why I put a dot there. All right, there we go. Next, I have $198 14 minus 92.69. I still have $100 and $105.45 miscellaneous. Gas, I have $127.83 minus $63.42. And we still have $64.41. And I have paid these as well. Let's see. Copay, I have $77.05 plus the $290, or not plus, geez. $77.05 minus $297. There we go. I still have $74. And the reason I have $74 is I'm waiting for my bills to pop up on the 2 doctor visits. That are $25 copays. I will probably roll over, if it doesn't happen in October, those bills, I will roll over $50 from this month into next month in just the copay category altogether, and pay them next month, so we can have as much as possible for prescriptions and refills and things like that. So we do have $236.33. So, and that is negative. I should have wrote that in red. I'm going to write that in red. Hold on a second. And there we go. So that is that. So how much did I have to pay the credit card back? So all these totals that are spent are right here on these little category separations there. And I'm going to add the bills to it. So what all went on the credit card? Let's find out. Okay, we're going to start with grocery household. That was $247.26. Plus the restaurants, $217.28. Plus the $96.69. Plus the $63.42 and $2.97. $236.33, and that's what we spent for the weekly check-in, plus the $42.16 are bills that got charged to the credit card. I had to pay that as well from the bill calendar, and that gives us a total of $906.11. Okay, so that's the weekly check-in. This is where we're at. And I have a little confession to make. I actually did 10 cents when I made the payment, not 11 cents. I calculated off a penny. So I will have to make note of that next time I do my transactions for week 4 and close it out for the month. So when you see me do week 4, it'll be paycheck 2 closeout, and it'll be week 4 the weekly check-in and paycheck 2 closeout. That is how I close out my budget, because each of these monthly budget, this is the monthly calendar, here's the monthly budget, and then that tells me what I need to know for the month. Not so much what I actually spent, the actuals, but what I planned for the month. That's what the most important part to me here is. You can use it for the actuals and usually get the right number. A lot of times there's so much going on here, I mess up the numbers somehow. So mostly this is for, do I have enough money to cover the entire month? And that's what I want to know from this. And then paycheck 1 and breaking down how much of the weekly check-in week 1 and week 2 goes into paycheck 1. And then paycheck 2 is weekly check-in 3 and 4, and sometimes 5, depending on how the days of the month run. It could be a 4-week month, it could be a 5-week month. So, and I have to finish filling this out. So that is what next week is going to look like. And when I close out the weekly check-in 4, that gives me all the numbers I need from 3, 4, and sometimes 5 over here for my actuals, and I can close out paycheck 2. That gives me the results of what's in my checking account. And as long as this math flows and I do the math correctly, guess what? It matches my checking account every time. So I have a good representation of knowing exactly how much money I have available to spend, how much I don't have available to spend, and to make good educated decisions when it comes to spending money and what I'm spending my money on. Is it valuable? Is it not valuable? Is it frivolous? Is it just fun and it can wait till later, or can we do that now? That whole process, the decision fatigue that we avoid, basically, because we don't want to make decisions. Well, this removes the decision fatigue because you know your numbers as you go. And that's what I love about tracking everything in my budget. So that's week 3 of the weekly check-in. The rest of the month, the last week of the month, the 25th through the 31st, that's going to be the last week. Again, I'm going to close that out. And yes, my husband does have a pay date on this day, but that counts for November's money. I don't use it in October. I use it in November, but I like to know that and be aware so I can get my numbers ready to go before the next monthly budget. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.